For those of you who don't know, Modern Warfare is the 2019 Call of Duty, and with it came Warzone, the free-to-play battle royale attached to it. Now in Warzone, there's varying types of people. Some people drop on the outside locations, maybe get a kill or so, grab their loot, push into circle, and maybe win, die, who knows. Then there's people, like your favorite streamers, who will drop onto the hotspots and drop 20 bombs. Then there's me, the people who get killed by the streamers who drop 20 bombs. For my first game of Superstore, I decided to drop into the back right side. I wasn't very familiar with Superstore up until this point, but this would later become my favorite spot to drop. Luckily, I grabbed a heartbeat right off the bat, which is the best floor loot you can get from Superstore. It helped me kill this kid, who was just camping up in these windows, and this other guy, who was just trying to open a chest. Soon afterwards, I was dead. In my first gulag, I fought bravely with a Dragunov and a frag, but I was punched to death. Unfortunately, this happens frequently through the rest of the video. Game 2, I decided to go AFK behind a door for a bit. I think I was texting someone, I don't know. And then this guy ran in, who I brutally murdered. I heard shooting close by, so I killed the guy making all that racket. Or maybe, this guy was the one making all that racket. Oh well, either way, they're both dead. Shortly after, I found another guy who I would eventually kill, but not before thermiting the wall in front of me. That didn't matter though, because I was blindsided and dead. Twice. Game 3, I attempted to use the floor loot carbine and was immediately put to bed. Please don't pick this gun up. Ever. I was brought back from the dead thanks to the Russian foul, where I then got a kill using a real foul. Anyways, I grabbed a bounty, ended his pitiful life, and then had to deal with some guy camping a rooftop while I tried to get my load out. Luckily for me, the HDR silenced him pretty quickly. That was the closest to a quickscope my HDR will do in this entire video. Running away from gas, I met up with some guy who should have killed me, and also some guy who I pre-fired the hell out of. They were both dead soon enough. I bought a UAV and found some guy laying prone in the middle of the field. He wasn't prone within a few seconds. Popping another UAV, I also found this guy sitting on the hill. He wasn't sitting on the hill for much longer. Shout out to the spotter perk for getting rid of this claymore. I grabbed this bounty and went to war with him out in the open. A reminder to never stand out in the open with just an HDR, it will get you killed. I had to quickly take cover where I was then spotted by another enemy who I somehow escaped. But I wasn't looking at my minimap and didn't notice my bounty follow me into the house where he murdered me violently. Game 4 brings me death, which is probably why it's considered an unlucky number by the Chinese. Although I did have an AFK kit in my gulag, one of only 2 times in the entire video where this happens. Maybe the Chinese weren't right though, because I ended up with 5 more kills this game. From now on though, if I have a game where I get less than 4 kills, I'll just show the final death and any interesting bits. Game 5, death. Game 6, death. Game 7, death. Game 8, I got a kill and grabbed a bounty, but after a random person, I was dead. Coming back from the gulag though, I had to make this big brain play to get my loadout, which was stuck on the roof. It didn't matter though, because I was already dead. Game 9, I died to the Energizer Bunny who bounced 3 goddamn times to kill me. Look at this. Boing, boing, boing. Ugh. Game 10, dead. Game 11, I apparently forgot how to throw a frag because I killed myself with it. Nice play. Game 12, I had a cool glitch where someone was permanently direct pinged, but it didn't matter because I was dead. Game 13, I stuck this kid in the gulag, but he chased after me and punched me, so we both died. Game 14, I actually did better than normal. I got a few kills, died to a camper, respawned, got a kill, and died. Game 15, dead. Game 16, I got a bunch of kills in Superstore, but died because I couldn't pick up this armor satchel. What a way to go out. Apparently I already had one though, so that sucks. After a quick gulag win, I ended up ambushing this guy, and also this guy, but then I died. Game 17, the VOK is absolute garbage! I did get this sexy quickscope in Game 18 though, and then a double kill on 1 mag of the gray MP7, which is pretty nice if you ask me. Didn't matter though, I still died. Game 19, I whiffed some shots with the Kar 98 on this guy who was standing on top of these silo things, And then I got a cluster strike called on me. Now, usually this isn't a problem, especially when you're in a building, but while it was attacking me, one of the doors busted open and I thought someone was in my building. So I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off for a solid 15 seconds. Afterwards, I ran out into the open and tried to snipe some guy on top of a building. I don't care what anyone says, I hate using this gun in Warzone. It feels like I'm shooting an airsoft gun. It is not the new meta. Now, games 20 through 43 I did pretty bad in, so here's the death compilation. Okay, now I know you guys just watched me dive for a minute straight, but in game 44, I swear to Zeus, Allah, Chuck E. Cheese, and all the other gods out there that I actually got 12 kills. It didn't record, and I have no proof, but I did. Please just trust me, this is the most kills I've ever gotten in a game before. Please. Please trust me. Anyways, the next few games have no audio for some reason. This is Xbox's fault, not mine. Now, and here in the beginning, I tossed this proximity mine. Remember this. Not for the rest of the video, just for this clip, because while I was fighting this guy, he ran away and walked right into it, which is possibly one of the best plays I've seen from myself this entire video, so yeah. I got a few kills after this, but then I died. Twice. Games 46 through 49, I played duos with my friend. Duos is a lot harder because you run into 1v2s more frequently, but we managed. Here I decided to take on a duo going for a recon with the heli. Maybe not the smartest idea, but I did it. I downed one of the teammates and played it up, but then I kinda got scared because there is a heli out there and that thing will kill me. Luckily though, I flew away. I ran back into Superstore and drop-shotted this poor solo, and then the heli flew back. Thankfully, the guy got out of the heli so I could kill him pretty quickly, and then I could later steal their heli. Unfortunately though, I died, so didn't even get the chance to do that. In the gulag, I think my opponent killed himself because I didn't get any hit markers with my Semtex and I never shot my gun. Oh well, I'm back baby. Not to be confused with baby back ribs, of course. I dropped back to Superstore with my teammate, and while walking inside, I broke this guy and downed this guy. I tried to finish off the down guy with a frag, or maybe even kill the other guy I broke, but it didn't work. At least I didn't blow myself up though. Luckily, at this point my teammate had walked over and gave me a direct ping on the guy. I pushed up to him with my FAL, and my teammate flanked him from the side, so even after I fell off these boxes, he was dead pretty quickly. A little while later though, I died trying to get my loadout, and my teammate died shortly after. Game 47 was a few quick kills, death, a gulag kill, and then more death. Yay, C4s. Game 48, I downed some kid on the roof, but then I got killed by his friend who I thought had ran away. I won my gulag, so I dropped in, grabbed a supply run to try and buy my teammate, and ran into this kid with the Joker. I don't know what he was doing, but shout out to him for using my favorite gun. Unfortunately, after buying back my teammate, I got downed, and then my teammate died soon afterwards. Game 49, I forgot to write a script for, but I got downed by this kid who was prone with an MP7. I won my gulag with the Dragunov though, and came back and got a few kills. I then bought my teammate back, but that didn't matter because when we pushed fire station, we both died. Game 50 would just be part of another death montage if it weren't for this sick throwing knife clip. But I died while I was trying to write it down, and I died in the gulag too. Game 51, on the other hand, is part of the death montage, and so are the next 6 games. Yay! Game 58 didn't record properly, much like Game 44, so I only have the endgame footage. Unfortunately, I ended up dying here, but I had 9 kills and I was pretty far into the game. That's okay though, because games 59 to 70 are going to be part of another death montage, the third one of the video. Quick pause break because I got kicked from Warzone and back at it. Also, in this clip where I very clearly lag and smack my face into the ground, I immediately lost my gulag, resulting in the only game this video where I have 0 damage. Pretty impressive. At this point, I just don't think the game likes me. Another pause break because I got kicked from Warzone, and back to it. Alright, game 71 started off very well. I got a few pistol kills, a few kills with the Ram 7, and I got this poor most wanted with a foul. And then, while I was fighting this dude on top of the red building outside of Superstore, I don't know what it's called, I think it's part of airport or something, I got ran up on this kid on the stairs. Unfortunately, any skill I had left my body, and he killed me. I was revived from the dead with an SKS kill, and I got a kill using the Ram 7, which is a gun that's better than I originally thought. I'm going to be using more for the rest of the video. Unfortunately, I was still sacrificed to the Warzone gods. Game 72, I got some more Ram 7 kills, which is a pretty good gun, and then some other kills. Unfortunately, while picking up my loadout, Warzone decided to not give me my AR back, so I had my AR sniper class, and instead gave me my Joker. So when I ran up on this kid, I died pretty quickly. And even better, I died to a complete bot in the gulag, who somehow just no-scoped my body as I was flying in. I love this game. I rack up some more kills in game 73 with the Ram 7 and the MP7, and then I grab my loadout. This Ashen Skies MP5 blueprint is nice, especially since I don't have a close range Warzone class, so I used it. I ran up on this guy who was somehow using a deployable cover, I don't even know where he got that from, and then grabbed my HTR as a secondary. I drove off on my ATV to find some kills, and I found this fight, which had just ended. I headshotted this guy who was just standing on the stairs, and looked for the dead body of the other guy. Surprisingly, he was self-resing. So I let him finish, and then I killed him, but unfortunately, it only gave me the elimination. It didn't matter though, because I got shot while trying to drive away from the storm. Even better, in the gulag, I got Kobe'd with a frag grenade. Honestly, this was a pretty nice throw. I can't even be mad about it. The next 4 games are just some death montages, which are always fun to watch. Now in game 78, I got a few kills in Superstore, died, won my gulag, and did a recon. Pretty normal game, right? Well, yeah it is. The only cool thing this game was this really lucky long shot, but I still died. Game 79, I got a few kills, and then learned an unfortunate lesson. A trophy system does not protect you from a precision airstrike. Unfortunate, but not surprising. I won my gulag with a Semtex, and then landed on my loadout before the textures were even fully loaded in. Here I am, destroying this kid camping in a stairwell, and here I am also destroying this kid who probably just dropped in and was just looking for cash. Unfortunate for him that he walked into me with my fully kitted out crowd. Now, I picked up another bounty, and it was showing this kid camping up top in TV station, which is pretty unfortunate, but my parents called me for dinner anyways, but what can you do? Game 80 was pretty uneventful. Game 81 is a game where it's just your typical get a few kills, die, win your gulag, and come back to life and get some more kills. If you watch good Warzone players, this is what you'll see on their bad days. Game 82, I snuck up on this kid and melee decided to not work. Even better though, the next few games are a death montage. Woo! This game is just something else. Now, game 82 actually went pretty well, which I kind of needed at this point because I was getting screwed over by the Warzone gods. I had this nice kill in the beginning, and then I placed this proximity mine and ran away. Surprisingly, it actually broke him, and then I just tossed a gas grenade and finished him off with the PP Bison. Honestly, pretty easy kill, but he decided to drop back in on his stuff. Now this is his first mistake because I have his synthetic dreams and the Bruin's overpowered, so as soon as his head came into view, I lasered him. I got another kill inside of Superstore, and then I grabbed my loadout and went hunting. Here, I'm stalking this guy with dead silence, a heartbeat, and a mortal coil. I don't know what this blueprint is. I think it's a growl with a VLK on it. I don't know, but either way, it's pretty good. This guy doesn't like it though, as he is dead. While looting his stuff though, I get shot by someone in the storm, and I try to do a really cool HDR clip, but that doesn't work out. So I just laser him with the mortal coil, and then C4 him before he C4s me. Unfortunately, I accidentally grabbed this Car 98, which doesn't matter because I get C4'd anyways. Win this late game gulag with the carbine and grab a quick scav. On my way over to doing the last scav, I ran into this fight, and I killed this guy. I guess the other guy was dead or something because he didn't come after me when I finished that scav off. I took that kid's PKM, and while running away from this guy, I got stuck on these stupid rocks because mantling is just as bad as melee in this game. Thankfully though, I got behind cover and I used the guy's HDR to take a few quick shots of my bounty who was hunting me. The kid who killed my bounty, I guess. I don't know. Either way, this HDR didn't have variable zoom on it, so it was much harder for me to use. I did get a nice shot through the tree, I think, on him though, which broke him, but I ran away. Unfortunately, while creeping around police station, just trying to look for a good place to sit, this kid opened the door behind me, and I died to him because the PKM is not a close range gun. Game 93, I got a few kills with the M91 and died. I returned, but while camping this guy who just flew in from Gulag, he somehow landed up top. I don't know how, and I don't know how this proximity mine didn't kill him. That PP Bison hipfire was right at him, but just nothing. Game 94 starts with some kills, and then I go after this guy who is just chilling with his custom loadout. Unfortunately, I had an M91, which usually doesn't go that well, but I broke him, and I tossed these Semtexes, which also got him pretty low. I was able to finish him off with the M91, and then get killed by another kid. I capped flag on apparently Casper the Ghost in the Gulag, and I was brought back into the wonderful map of Verdansk. I got my loadout, a quick scav, and then I drove away from Storm in this car. There actually weren't many people left, so I decided I would just sit in this bunker up here, which was pretty much center circle. While coming out of the bunker though, with 5 people left in my game, I rode the edge of gas directly into this guy who was just sitting on a tree. I don't know why he's facing the basically closed gas, and I don't know how I didn't see him, but that sucks. This is the closest I think I got to a win in the entire video. Unfortunately, he ended up winning because the rest of the game were filled with complete bots. This should have been my win. Game 95, I got some pistol kills. Whoa, hold on. There we go. I got 2 pistol kills, some drop shotting kills, which I don't feel bad about, and then I died to this guy camping up top on this ammo thing. I won my gulag and came back for him, but he somehow saw me climbing up the stairs. I hate this man with a passion for camping up here. I hate you. I got kicked from the servers again, and back to game 96 where I died pretty quickly. I somehow hit marker this guy in the neck, and then it's on to game 97, where I also get a few more kills. I run away from this guy who's shooting me in the back, and I decide to hide in a bathroom stall. Now, this actually goes well, unlike me trying to skip class, and I kill him. Usually, I don't bring my guns into school though, even though I do live in America. I get killed right here, and I look like a bot in the gulag when I'm trying to melee, but I win anyways. I grab another scav, and on my way to do it, I find this guy in a car. I laser him with the M91, not really expecting it to do much, but it ends up disabling his vehicle. Here he is at the bottom of the hill running behind a car for cover, and I still somehow decide to take this fight. Surprisingly, I down him, even with a ground loot M91, and I kill him. He ended up having his custom loadout, so that was very surprising. I grab the scav, and on my way to get my loadout, I notice a sniper flare in the window. Now, the plan here was grab my HDR loadout and just completely dome his head, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. He kind of just sat there and clicked on my head.
Game 98, I dropped in onto the top of Superstore, killed this guy, and I also killed this guy. Of course I couldn't hit any of my shots, so I had to use my secondary, which was luckily an RPG. I also got this kid with the foul, and then I did a recon, and somehow I got a contraband out of it. While driving over to it, I ran into this kid who I think tried to crossbow my car, but that didn't work out well for him. I threw down the contraband, and finished it, I guess. And I got the Lonely Lagoon, which is nice, although I've done contraband many times before. While getting my loadout, I ran into this kid at hospital. He was dead pretty quick. And he also had contraband. So this is 2-in-1 game, which is pretty surprising. On my way to do it again, I find this car. Now I get into my car so he can't run me over, and then I toss a C4 at him. Surprisingly, this didn't kill me, but even if it did, I had a self. While trying to do the second contraband, I was having some trouble from both my front and back, so I figured it was worth it to just get out of there and keep my life. It sucks I couldn't do it again because that would have been a lot of money, but what can you do? I also downed this guy, quickly killed this gulagger, and then downed this guy. But, of course, someone else was shooting at me, so I couldn't get the kill off, and I couldn't finish him. While trying to kill some people running in from zone, someone got up onto the house next to me, and killed me. Awesome. In the gulag, I was trying to figure out where to go, and I won, just because it was pretty late game. But while dropping back in, I got shot by someone in a tree. I thought I had cleared out the entire area, but apparently there was some guy just sitting there with his growl, ready to beam me. Game 99, I dropped into Superstore, grabbed a recon and a chest, and immediately I got killed. I didn't even bother going to Gulag, I just left the game. Now game 100 doesn't have any audio, but I have to include it because this game was awesome. So here, I melee this kid with a pistol and then I get downed in Superstore. Unfortunately, all of my team gets wiped, so we're all sent to the Gulag. I win my Gulag with the crossbow because it's the crossbow. And then while dropping back into Superstore, I kill that guy with the PP Bison. Then soon after, I kill his friend with the PP Bison. This part here is a little bit confusing because I did kill that guy. My teammate just happened to kill someone at the same time, and that guy was not part of the team. The person's teammate who I downed went for me and killed me, but luckily my teammates were able to finish him off, and we got another team wipe. While going to buy our loadout, we ran into another squad. I downed one with this, but then I got killed. Luckily, my teammates were able to clutch it out and buy me back. I dropped in and grabbed my loadout, and then I went for our bounty. These two kids dropped right down on me, so it was pretty easy. We drove over to Storage Town and wiped the team there, and I ran up on this kid who apparently had just gulagged. I didn't even know he was there, but luckily I killed him. I got this kid who was shooting my teammate, and then I got this kid who just appeared out of nowhere. My aim wasn't the best, but it worked. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, one of my teammates was down, and just looking out, I accidentally ran right into him and died. My teammate died right after that, and I ended the game with a 12-kill game. I told you it was possible. That one game just didn't record. It's a great way to end on game 100 though, and I'm happy with it, even if I didn't get a win.
Alright, now the stats and the data and all the other nerd stuff. You guys don't have to watch this if you don't want to, but I enjoy this stuff. Now, for all of these games, I kept an Excel spreadsheet showing a lot of details about these games. I had which game number this was, my kills, what place I got, whether I won or lost my gulag, if I played solo, duos, or trios. I barely ever played duos or trios. My score, my damage, and the gulag map and gun. So I decided to record all of this because I wanted to see if I was better with any particular gun or any particular map. Now, there are 3 different gulag maps in Season 4 of Warzone, which I will be referring to as the circle map, the square map, which is the best one, and the bad map, which is, as you guessed it, the worst one. In the gulag, there are also 10 different weapons that you can get. There's the AX-50, the Dragunov, the HDR, the snipers,
The SKS, the carbine, the Kar 98, the EBR, and the crossbow, which are the marksman rifles, the fist, and the FAL. My best gun by a long shot was the SKS. This is probably in part because I got Damascus for this, so I'm better with it than most people, arguably. And I ended up going 13-1 with this gun in all of my gulags. My worst gun, surprisingly enough, is the Dragunov, which I went 3-8 with. I'll put up the winning percentages for each of these guns on screen right now. And you'll see that I typically did better with the guns that people aren't very good with, like the SKS and the EBR and the crossbow. But with the guns that people are good with, I kind of just did okay. The Dragunov is a pretty big exception here since people typically aren't good with that, but I also am not good with that, and it was my worst gun. Now for the guns which people are good at and use a lot, like the AX50 and the FAL, I typically went even, maybe a little positive. Now, overall in the Gulag, I had about a 65% winning percentage. Since I only played 98 games, it's not exactly 65. But I had 35 losses and like 63 wins or something, so you get it. In the Gulag which I most appeared, the bad Gulag, I had a 60 win percentage. I had 23 wins and 15 losses. In the Gulag which I appeared most second, the square Gulag, I had a 66 win percentage, which is the best, with 22 wins and 11 losses. In the circle Gulag, which I appeared the least, I had a 64 win percentage, right in the middle basically, with 18 wins and 10 losses. Now, this lines up with basically what I said. I thought the square Gulag was the best and the bad Gulag was the worst. I had a higher win percentage in the Gulag if I liked it more. Now, my best combination of guns and Gulag is the SKS and the bad Gulag, which I went 6-0 with. And my worst combination, at least the one that I recorded, is the Dragunov and the square Gulag, of all things, which I went 0-3 with. So those are the stats for the Gulag. Here's the classes I used on screen. I used my Growl class and my HDR class. Now, my highest kill games were the 12 kill games, the one of which didn't record and the other was game 100. Those were pretty good, and that's also my record kills, which I've done 3 different times. And my lowest kill games was the 0 kill games, which I believe I did a surprising 9 times. My average kills per game was 3.17647 whatever, so like 3.2 basically. My average placement in the game was 76.75, so basically 77. My average damage in the game was 747, which is about 3 kills, so that lines up pretty nicely. And my average score was about 1750. Overall though, those are the stats of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you liked it, since this video is coming from a person with 0 subscribers, so every like means something, every subscriber means something. This video took many dozens of hours of work, reshooting many videos. I probably played over 150 games in total, and a lot of them got corrupted, so it'd mean the world to me if you could sub, like, do all of that. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video.